So if you're watching this, you've either just started Facebook ads and you've run into a problem, or you were smart enough to watch this first. Now, for those of you who are new to the channel, I work in the e-com, the SMMA, and the software space. So guys, at this point, it's safe to say that I run a lot of ads. And trust me, in the beginning, I used to get my ad account blocked and banned all the time. But if you follow these steps, I promise you'll never have to see that dreaded little Facebook support page ever again. Now, I'm actually going to be reading all these points from this free checklist PDF. It's the first link in the description below. And basically what you want to do when you start your ads and run them, you want to just run through this checklist and make sure that your ad and your ad account checks off everything. If it does, you should never have a problem. So yeah, it's the first link in the description. Go there, get it, print it out, or just put it on your desktop somewhere just so that you can always refer to it. This video is actually going to be split into two parts. The first part is going to be just some general ground rules that you have to follow, otherwise you are going to run into problems. And the second part is going to be some hacks and some tips that I've learned along the way. That's actually going to, first of all, completely prevent any bans as you scale. But second of all, it's actually also going to help you lower your CPM, which if you're just getting into it, don't worry about it. You don't have to know what it is. Just trust me. The lower your CPM, the better your ads will perform. So if we get straight into it, the first thing, when creating your ad account, always go through Business Manager, so business.facebook.com. Don't go through Facebook itself, and always create an ad account in your local currency. Now, a lot of people just create ad accounts in US dollar. It's not a huge train smash, but Facebook does prefer if the currency you charge in matches the credit card that you're using to pay for the ads. And the next thing is you want to create a whole lot of backup accounts. Now, that's pretty self-explanatory, and a lot of people actually do that. Where I think most people go wrong is when you create your backup accounts, you need to not link any credit card to them. Because if you link the same credit card to all the accounts, if Facebook bans one ad account, basically they're going to ban all the others, and then there's no point having your backup. So make sure that the backup accounts are completely empty. There's no credit card, there's no billing information, nothing. They're just empty shells. Now, the next thing has to do with the actual page that you run your ads from. I see tons of people talking a lot about do this in the ad account, do this in the ad account, or set up this massive Instagram page. And a lot of people forget the actual Facebook page. On the Facebook page, you need to make sure that you have a good profile picture, a cover picture, and at least 5 to 10 posts. Now, in this PDF, I've provided a link to a website where it can actually go and just scrape a whole lot of posts and a whole lot of content for you to make it a bit easier. But aside from Facebook liking this, it's also a credibility issue. A lot of people, when they see ads, they do click on the little profile picture above to go and have a look. Is this page legit? Is there any negative reviews or anything like that? And the next thing is a hack. Okay, this is something that unfortunately it took me way too long to figure out, and the fact that most people in the industry don't even speak about this is honestly ludicrous, okay? But you need to have a minimum of 5,000 page likes on your post, okay? What does this mean? On your page, if you click on it, you can actually see how many people follow it and how many likes you get. Now, Facebook loves it when pages have 5,000 to 10,000 likes, because if you think about it, for them as an advertiser, if I see an ad in my feed and I like it, if I click on it and it only has like 21 likes, what are the chances of me actually going and buying that product? Probably zero, because if only 21 people like the page, I know that either this business just started yesterday or the product and the brand is just terrible that no one is liking it. So you need to build some form of social proof, some form of validation, and also Facebook wants to see that, you know, the content and stuff that you create is actually engaging and people are liking it. Now, as soon as you hear that, straight away people go and try to buy page likes. It's not the best idea because, first of all, if you get proper page likes, it's very expensive. And because they come so quickly, Facebook can tell. I mean, Facebook has data on basically every page at this point. They can tell if a page goes from 0 likes to 5,000 in like 2 hours. Obviously, they bought it or something went wrong. So don't try and do that. What you want to do is create a Facebook page like campaign and spend $30 to $40, and you can actually get 5,000 likes by running to third world countries. Again, in the little checklist down below, I've created a link to a separate video that basically explains how you can do this. It's pretty simple. It's just a small campaign. As I said, $30 to $40, and you should be good. Now, as I said, make sure that you have your own domain. Okay, this is very important. Lots of people are running ads to pages like ClickFunnels, to different CRMs and all these different things. You cannot have like Courtney.clickfunnels.com. Facebook doesn't like it when you use other people's domains because they can't tell the quality of the domain. If you think about it, what happens is Facebook and Google is the same, by the way. Basically, they look at your domain and they try and put a quality score on it, and then they use that for different things. But if there's 1 million people or even 1,000 people running ads to something.clickfunnels.com, it's very difficult for Facebook and Google to kind of figure out, is this reputable or is it not? So avoid those. And by far the biggest one, do not ever run a Facebook ad to a bit.ly or a goo.gl, any of those shortened link pages. Facebook hates it. There's a couple of reasons. First of all, Facebook has a crawler that goes through the page that you send your ad to, and they check for anything inappropriate. So for example, your ad could be everything about, say, donate to save cancer, and it could be a proper ad, and then the link that you send it to is like some porn site or something like that. Facebook obviously is against that, and they try and block it, so they do scan the websites before you send traffic. But if you use something like a bit.ly link, you can automatically change the traffic because you can change the link redirecting. So Facebook hates it. They do put a penalty by increasing your cost to try and limit your reach before you fix that. But the biggest thing is they won't tell you this. So this video, I was kind of debating whether I should put this up on YouTube for free because no one speaks about this and Facebook doesn't tell you any of this. But literally, if you follow these things, I mean, even if you just do the 5,000 page likes, you're going to see an incredibly big change in your Facebook ads. And if you're running to a bit.ly link, you're going to see even bigger changes. Okay, so again, everything in this checklist. Now, another website that you can use is BuzzSumo. It's basically just a website that goes and collects a whole lot of content. And what you want to do is use that content to put it on your website, because when Facebook scans that website, they're looking for 3 pages with 500 or more links, okay, or text. Now, again, what's happening here, Facebook wants to know that the website that you're sending people to actually has content on. They don't want to send people to websites that has no content on, nothing of value, because remember, they're trying to get the best possible experience for the user of the platform. And if you're on the platform and suddenly you see this ad and it looks great, you were looking at your friends a minute ago, now you see this ad and you click on it and suddenly you land on this blank website with like 1 or 2 buttons, it's not a good user experience and Facebook does not like that. The next is when it comes to negative comments on your ads. A lot of people here will go and delete the comments or reply back to it. Okay, a little trick is don't delete the comments. Facebook doesn't like that. Again, because if you have negative commentary, it could be critical and it could be justified. So Facebook doesn't like it if you're just deleting things unnecessarily. And if you reply to it, then the person's going to reply again, and then you just get like a hate chain going and people can report the ad. And honestly, it just becomes a mess. So what you want to do is just hide the comment. So if you hide it, that person doesn't know, Facebook is happy with it, and you don't get the bad reputation on your post. So very, very important little hack there. Now, the next part, I'm going to talk a lot about things which can radically improve your CPM and improve your results. And the first one of those things is going to be to actually hit the like button down below. No, I'm just joking. But obviously, guys, if you can, please do. It does help this video reach more people, and it really does help with the YouTube algorithm. As I said, a lot of this stuff is not mandatory, which means if you don't do it, yes, your ads will still get approved. But as soon as you start to scale and you start reaching large amounts of people, Facebook actually does require this. But aside from that, if you implement this, you're just going to see your ads perform much better. And the first thing is at the bottom of every single page, and I mean every single page on your website or wherever you're sending traffic to, you need a privacy policy, a terms of service, and a cookie policy if you're in the European nations or part of the EU, any of those countries. And if you are running ads promoting how much money you made, or if you make like any claims of how good this product is or anything like that, you need some form of disclaimer at the bottom. Okay, now in this checklist as well for download below, I've created a little link to a website that actually generates all of this for you. So all you do is just fill in like the name of your business, you click terms of service, you click privacy policy, and it will just generate all of it for you. It's completely for free, and then you just copy and paste it on your website. Now the next one, again, it's not mandatory, but Facebook loves it when you have this. And this is just a thing at the bottom that says a Facebook disclaimer, which basically says this website is not a part of Facebook in any way. Facebook is a brand of Facebook Incorporated. Again, in this checklist, I put it there. You can just copy and paste it on your website. Super, super easy to use, and it will save you a ton of nightmares. Now, the last one is a little bit more tactical and a little bit harder to implement, but that is maintaining a 5-to-1 or greater ad set approval. Okay, what does that mean? For every ad that gets disapproved, you need 5 ads that are approved. Okay, now what happens is if your ratio of approved to disapproved ads starts getting really, really bad, so for example, if you're getting 3 ads disapproved and only 1 ad approved, what happens, first of all, Facebook takes much longer to approve your ads and review it. Secondly, eventually a human is going to come and look in your ad account, and if they're not happy, they're just going to ban you from the platform completely. And literally, I've seen people, making 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever they're doing in their business, and literally they just get a message from Facebook, sorry, basically, we no longer want you on our platform, and their business is done. So I know this video is not the most inciting or just exciting video to watch. I'm not promising you or teaching you how to make tons of money, but this is honestly something you need to implement in your videos. You need to implement in your ad accounts, and especially your ads and website, because if not, it will catch up to you, I promise. Okay, now, as far as maintaining this ratio, what you want to do is, if you have, say, 30 ads, don't submit all of them for review immediately. What you want to do is submit the first one and wait for Facebook to approve it, and then duplicate it and submit it that way. If you submit everything at once, then obviously you're just increasing your risk. So if you are sure, for whatever reason, Facebook is going to approve it, by all means, go ahead and do that. But I recommend just doing one at a time. That way you can kind of manage your risk levels. And that's pretty much it. I'm sure there's more. If there is, I'll probably make another video, so make sure you subscribe for that. But otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video, which will be next Wednesday. And otherwise, also in the comments, let me know if you have any specific problems with your ad accounts. I know a lot of people have got problems where ads are taking too long to be approved and stuff like that, or if you're trying to get hold of Facebook support, or if they're just disapproving all of your ads, just let me know down below in the comments, and I can kind of maybe have a look at your case specifically if you give me some information, and try and help out that way. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed. Smash the like button, subscribe, do all of that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.